So God called them that they should step in, they should come closer. They said, Moses, we prefer that you speak to us. Exodus 20 now, when you read 13 downward, they said, Moses, you speak to us. We prefer you speaking to us. Hear from God, and you'll be speaking to us. We don't want to hear from God. So the same way, many of us, many believers today, God is calling us to deep intimacy, but we are afraid to pay the price of intimacy. And the reason why many of them could not enter into the promised land is because they were afraid to enter into the promised place. You need to enter into a promised place in God before you can enter into a physical promised land. What God was actually doing with them, that He was calling them to a promised place in Him, that they should come. God did not plan that they should leave Egypt and die in the wilderness. Wilderness is actually Exodus. Exodus is actually a passing. They were actually passing from slavery to a promised land. It's a journey, but they could not enter there. God used wilderness to call them into a place in Him so that they can inherit a promised land. There is a promised place and there is a promised land. So God is actually using the wilderness to prepare them. It will be abnormal if they enter the promised land without finding a place in Him, with the mentality of Egypt and the idols in them. He used the wilderness to prepare them. It's unfortunate that majority of them that left Egypt did not enter the promised land because they were afraid to enter into intimacy with God. And when they saw Jordan, the same fear gripped them again. They were afraid to cross. They were afraid to possess the land. They said, we cannot possess it. We are like grasshopper. If you are in intimacy with God, nothing can ever intimidate you. Anyone who is in intimacy with God can never be intimidated by anything. There is a price to pay to be hearing from God, and that price is death. We are not ready to die. We are not ready to let go some things. So we still hold on to some things. There are many things we still hold on to. We don't want those things to die. So it's difficult for us to make that decision. So the Lord is calling someone today. You are asking for fire, but He's demanding for sacrifice. Because fire will not come without a sacrifice. There's something the fire will see that will come. It must see a sacrifice.